Hello, everyone. It's Todd coming to you from the 2025 LeadingAge Kentucky State Conference. And I have the person at LeadingAge, Katie, the CEO, guys. The CEO of not LeadingAge Kentucky. Because, I interviewed Jason earlier, all right? And he's amazing. But is there anyone higher, more important, and I know you would downgrade that because I know how humble you are, but truly making a difference in the world of LeadingAge more than Katie is? There isn't, folks. And she's right here in Kentucky, here to be able to share with us some words of wisdom, some advice. She's speaking tomorrow at the luncheon, at the closing luncheon, but she is also sitting right here at the end of her day after flying in. She came straight here and sat down and wanted to connect with you. And hopefully I don't blow this. So, Katie, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, you must go to conferences, LeadingAge conferences across the United States. Tell me what it is about these LeadingAge conferences that you love the most and you think makes the most impact for our members and vendors.
So LeadingAge is just an amazing community of mission-driven people who do really hard work every single day.
Amen.
And the opportunity to come together at a conference, recharge your batteries, come away with some new information, new knowledge, reconnect with peers, is just, I think it's a gift that we provide to these hard-working LeadingAge members. And if they can come away with one new idea, one new friend, one new connection, it's worth the time out of the office, which I know is precious.
Mary Lynn, the chair of the board who did the introductions at the beginning of the morning, she said something that I think is sometimes very difficult but powerful, is that she said, for just some time, I know how much you care about, what's going on back at the facility. You care about your people. You care about the residents. But take this time to set your phone down for just a little bit and make sure that you take the time for yourself.
100%. 100%.
Servant leaders. So my doctorate's in leadership and specifically in servant leadership and change management. And there's one thing I learned in servant leadership is that servant leaders are amazing about serving other people.
Yeah.
But they are terrible about taking the time for themselves because somebody's always worse off than they are.
Yep.
I don't know if you've experienced that. I can't imagine being in LeadingAge, even for the time period that I've been in it and in this industry, that you don't constantly run into people who are the servant leaders who are constantly giving, but they don't know how to take a moment for themselves.
I think that is actually one of the lessons we learned at COVID, the importance of self-care. Because it was such a tough time for everybody.
Yes, it was.
And we were so focused on saving lives and protecting people and keeping people safe. And we forgot to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time reminding our staff at LeadingAge and our members that you're no good at your job unless you're taking care of yourselves. And so I think that that's beginning to stick. There's a sense of the importance of work-life balance and self-care and taking time to just breathe.
Yeah. Well, I think that, there's a lot of challenges that long-term care in general face. One of the most significant ones is about workforce, and the growing not only need of it, but the challenges around it. As a leader of LeadingAge, is there anything about workforce that you think is really important that the audience should hear about the commitment that LeadingAge is making around workforce? Because I know you make a lot of it.
So we have a huge focus on workforce, and it's everything from leadership development, which is so essential for our sector.
Yeah.
And we recognize that we need to grow our own leaders.
Yeah.
So we have lots of leadership programs to developing career pathways for direct care workers. We've got a big initiative in that area. Doing a lot of policy work on workforce, trying to change our immigration system to allow for legal paths to immigration, because we know that 40% of our workforce in aging services is foreign born.
Yes.
We can't afford to lose those workers. So we're doing a lot, all sort of research, advocacy, and programmatically, as well as training and education, because without a workforce, there is no care.
Yes.
It is everything. It's the backbone of our sector.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm huge into AI and technology. Love it. It's a personal and professional, kind of passion for me. But in the end, people take care of people.
Yeah, we're in the people business.
We're in the people business. And, I love your commitment and the commitment of LeadingAge around people. I'm going to shift gears for just one question, if it's okay. Tell me, what do you like to do when you're not, committed to the thousands of facilities and employees across all the LeadingAge members? What do you like to do? What do you do for your own self-care? Because I think so many times, if we don't share what we find, that we got to lead by example. Yeah. And I think I actually happen to know that you do this, but I think it's important for other people who may not have ever heard of you, may not actually know who you are. Yeah. What do you do for yourself so that you can recharge, so you can go out and serve others?
Yeah, it's a great question. So one of the things I love to do is just get out in nature.
Yeah.
So weekend hike is just, to me, it's rejuvenating.
Yes.
Hanging out with my family.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. And with friends. I mean, I've been very intentional recently about making sure that I stay connected to friends, because it's so easy to get caught up in your own busy life.
Yes.
And then suddenly it's a year, 2 years, and you haven't seen somebody. So now I'm very, very, very intentional about staying in touch with friends and connecting with them. I love to travel. Yeah,
I mean, I think you hit it on the head that, even from my personal experience, there were a lot of negatives about COVID, without a doubt, but there was some realization that I think that we were reminded of.
Yeah.
I found that the worst days in my life have always given me one good thing. Mm-hmm. It's part of my faith. And so COVID was one of those challenges where it was one of the worst phases that I have ever been through. And yet it helped me get centered. And it also helped me find the foundation that is most important to me, and that I wouldn't ever forget that again. Yeah. And so I appreciate you coming on, Katie, and I appreciate you being in Kentucky.
We're glad to be in Kentucky.
It's a great state. I love it.
Great state.
And I'm excited to hear you speak tomorrow. Is there anything that you'd like to share in closing that you think is important that I haven't asked you about?
I'd just say thank you. Thanks for what you do for LeadingAge Kentucky. Thanks for the members who do so much incredible work for LeadingAge. Thanks for the power of this community. This is really wonderful. It's great to be here. I'm delighted.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate it. And I look forward to hearing you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thanks.